So, people, now, in the success of a particular franchise that pretty much gave reading a big boost during the late 1990s through the 2000s. What am I referring to? The massive success called Harry Potter. Now, yeah, I think this is the second edition of the book, and yes, I've read it to my heart's content, and I currently have the 2001 edition. I've also got the 20th anniversary edition of the book, and I have the movie. The movie is what I'm going to be focusing on today, and I will be doing the rest of them as well. Now, this particular franchise I love and behold to this very day, and I haven't read all of the books, so I have to catch up on that. But I have read this one. Still rereading it, as you can subtly tell. Now this book and movie, that would be my mother in the background, goes by two different names. You either go sorcerers or philosophers. I will be mainly referred to it as the Philosopher's Stone, because that's what I know it as down here in Australia. And the book and movie is all about a young boy called Harry Potter, who on his 11th birthday finds out he has magical abilities. And it stars some of the greats of American industry, but it's actually a British movie, with some early performances by Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Beauty and the Beast's Emma Watson. I should also add in this also has the Risen's Tom Felton, and a couple of other famous faces, including the Alice series of movies, is Alan Rickman. Now, this is where I fell in love with Alan Rickman, and you know I've already reviewed his last movie on this channel. Include one of the other actors that is beloved by this household anyway is Maggie Smith, who most people know her from her work on the Sister Act series. I love that series of movies. Come on, who doesn't like a good musical once in a blue moon? And this is one of the last movies of, I think it was Russell Howard's, so that's quite sad. But to going with the movie, we meet a young Potter during, I'm guessing would be the last days of June, in just before his 11th birthday, as I said before. And he starts getting mysterious letters from a mysterious school. I should add, this does actually pick up 11 years after the opening scene where we see Harry actually turn up at his aunt's. And from that, he goes into a wonderful world of wizardry. He is actually one of the most famous wizards, and he doesn't even know why, really. He just knows he's a boy that lived, and it all sort of makes him go a bit nutty in a little bit. But he develops a close relationship with at least 3 other Gryffindors. Now, what is Gryffindor? Gryffindor is one of the 4 main houses of Hogwarts, which is the main school. And if you know Pottermore, you can actually get sorted into your houses. Now, this is the Gryffindor cover for the Sorcerer's Stone's 20th anniversary. The other houses are Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. We mainly deal with the Gryffindor house because that is the house that Harry is part of. That's also the same house that his parents were also associated with. So, he meets Ronald Weasley, also known as just Ron, who is a pure-blood wizard. That will come into play more in the second movie. Spoiler. And Hermione Granger, who is a Muggle-born. I will bring that up again in the Chamber of Secrets. And he also gets introduced to a particular nasty Slytherin, aka Draco Malfoy, who is a pure blood, but puts his nose down on anyone who is not a pure blood and associates with muggles. If you're not a pure blood, you can pretty much say he won't talk to you. That's sort of been drummed in by his father, who we do meet in the Chamber of Secrets. And we meet a whole bunch of other kids, and we also get involved in a Quidditch match, which is pretty much a big deal. It's like AFL, NRL, soccer, also known as football in England. It's pretty much the sport to play in the wizarding world, and he's pretty darn good for someone who pretty much didn't really know anything about wizardry until he was 11. So he's pretty good at the game. He actually is the Seeker, which is one of the main roles of Quidditch. And he gets schooled in different classes, and it's a really interesting whole movie. Now, I had to study this particular book in year 6. Now, that would be in around about 2002, which was just after this was released. So I had to study this bugger, and I fell in love with it. See how tattered it is. This thing is so not worth reselling, but I won't. And it is a thoroughly beautiful movie, and it really immerses you. Yes, I have to say some of the special effects are a little dated compared to what you would see in 2007 and later on in the series. But other than that, it still does hold up remarkably well for a movie that is now, heavens to Betsy, almost 10 years old nowadays. It's maybe more like around about maybe 16 years old, something like that. But it still holds up well to me, and I love it. I go back to it pretty darn regularly. And it's funny to see Dan and Emma and Tom when they were much more green in their careers, and seeing where they've gone to now. And it's a little sad now watching this because of Alan's death. But other than that, the world that Joanne created is so immersive. It doesn't matter which form you view it, either in its original text or in its movie form. It's a brilliant movie, and I love it. I can't say anything more. I can't glow about the franchise more. This is, I love it. I can't wait to tell you what my thoughts of the rest of the series. But when it comes to this one, you can't beat the movie that started it all. What's your thoughts on the Philosopher's or Sorcerer's Stone? Now, write them down in the comment section below. And what movies would you like me to review next? Please let me know in the comments as well. And I can't wait to see you next time. And I shall see you very soon. Ciao.